A majority of life's errors are caused by forgetting what one is really trying to do. A lot of people with high IQs are terrible investors because they've got terrible temperaments. Having a certain kind of temperament is more important than brains. The desire to get rich fast is pretty dangerous. I try to get rid of people who always confidently answer questions about which they don't have any real knowledge. You need to keep raw, irrational emotion under control. Someone will always be getting richer faster than you. This is not a tragedy. You need patience and discipline, and an ability to take losses and adversity without going crazy. Live within your income and save so that you can invest. I would argue that passion is more important than brain power. It's waiting that helps you as an investor, and a lot of people just can't stand to wait. It's remarkable how much long-term advantage people like us have gotten by trying to be consistently not stupid instead of trying to be very intelligent. You need an ability to not be driven crazy by extreme success. Envy is a really stupid sin because it's the only one you could never possibly have any fun at. If you didn't get the deferred gratification gene, you've got to work very hard to overcome that. Spend each day trying to be a little wiser than you were when you woke up. It's amazing how intelligent it is just to spend some time sitting. A lot of people are way too active. The big money is not in the buying or the selling, but in the waiting. Acknowledging what you don't know is the dawning of wisdom. There's no way that you can live an adequate life without many mistakes. Failure to handle psychological denial is a common way for people to go broke. To get what you want, deserve what you want. Remember that reputation and integrity are your most valuable assets and can be lost in a heartbeat. Instead of looking for success, make a list of how to fail instead. All I want to know is where I'm going to die, so I'll never go there. The best armor of old age is a well-spent life perfecting it. The iron rule of nature is, you get what you reward for. If you want ants to come, you put sugar on the floor. People calculate too much and think too little. Assume life will be really tough, and then ask if you can handle it. If the answer is yes, you've won. Life, in part, is like a poker game, wherein you have to learn to quit sometimes. I believe in the discipline of mastering the best that other people have ever figured out. People rise in life who are not the smartest, sometimes not even the most diligent, but they're learning machines. Those who keep learning will keep rising in life. If your new behavior gives you a little temporary unpopularity with your peer group, then to hell with them. We recognized early on that very smart people do very dumb things, and we wanted to know why and who, so that we could avoid them. Don't drift into self-pity because it doesn't solve any problems. I met the towering intellectuals in books, not in the classroom, which is natural. Most people are too fretful. They worry too much. Success means being very patient, but aggressive when it's time. Mimicking the herd invites regression to the mean. You don't have to be brilliant, only a little bit wiser than the other guys, on average, for a long time. Quickly identify mistakes and take action. If you took our top 15 decisions out, we'd have a pretty average record. Do what you like and are good at. We just keep our heads down and handle the headwinds and tailwinds as best we can, and take the result after a period of years. Rule for a career: don't sell anything you wouldn't buy yourself. Almost all good businesses engage in pain today for gain tomorrow activities. Benjamin Franklin was able to make the contribution he did because he had financial freedom. The great useful model, after compound interest, is the elementary math of permutations and combinations. I set out to have more common sense than most, and I'm pleased I did as well as I did. I had a considerable passion to get rich, not because I wanted Ferraris. I wanted independence. You must force yourself to consider opposing arguments, especially when they challenge your best-loved ideas. This habit of committing far more time to learning and thinking than to doing is no accident. Invest in a business any fool can run, because someday a fool will. Our game is to recognize a big idea when it comes along, when one doesn't come along very often. Opportunity comes to the prepared mind. An idea or a fact is not worth more merely because it's easily available to you. Never tell a lie. I have moved forward through discipline, knowledge, and self-control. If you say you're going to do it, get it done. Nobody cares about an excuse. You need to know a lot about business and human nature and the numbers. There isn't a magic system that will do it for you. There's no better teacher than history in determining the future. There are answers worth billions of dollars in a history book. Just the discipline of having to put your thoughts in order with somebody else is a very useful thing. Being smart and doing something that no one's done before are two different things. There's only one way to the top: hard work. If you keep learning all the time, you have a huge advantage. It's not supposed to be easy. Anyone who finds it easy is stupid. The best thing a human being can do is to help another human being know more. Obviously, if you want to get good at something which is competitive, you have to think about it and practice a lot. You have to keep learning because the world keeps changing and competitors keep learning. Spend less than you make. Always be saving something. Move only when you have an advantage. You have to understand the odds and have the discipline to bet only when the odds are in your favor. In my whole life, I've known no wise people over a broad subject matter area who didn't read all the time. Rapid destruction of your ideas when the time is right is one of the most valuable qualities. If I had to name one factor that dominates human bad decisions, it would be what I call denial. I figure that I want to swim as well as I can against the tides. I'm not trying to predict the tides. A lot of smart people think they're way smarter than they are, and therefore they do worse than dumb people. I think it's part of life lived right that you learn how to make some lemonade out of your lemons. If you totally divorce economies from psychology, you've gone a long way toward divorcing it from reality. Understanding both the power of compound return and the difficulty getting it is the heart and soul of understanding a lot of things. The whole trick in life is to get so that your own brain doesn't mislead you. My system in life is to figure out what's really stupid and then avoid it. Knowing what you don't know is more useful than being brilliant. I succeeded because I have a long attention span. Simplicity has a way of improving performance by enabling us to better understand what we're doing. You should avoid sloth and unreliability. And intelligent investing is value investing, acquiring more than you are paying for. Develop into a lifelong self-learner through voracious reading. Always take the high road. It's far less crowded. Take a simple idea and take it seriously. I didn't get to where I am by going after mediocre opportunities. If something is too hard, we move on to something else. Invert. Always invert. Turn a situation or problem upside down. Look at it backward. You'll do better if you have passion for something in which you have aptitude. What are the secret of success? One word answer: rational.